it's time for another exciting update with me, Jed, Chief Operating Officer here at UIHS. It's an exciting time to be at United Indian Health. We are living among stars. We've had posters made. Have you seen these yet? These are awesome. So this is Lisa Sundberg, our board member, and her mother Joy. Look at that. We're famous. Whoop, whoop. Our very own Dr. Martinez. Represent. UIHS. I love it. So anyways, congratulations to our very own poster stars. That should be a thing. You're poster famous. So we're posting these around, celebrating our individuals within our organization and community. Well done. Congratulations. John sent out an important update regarding our travel at UIHS and our ability to meet. We are rescinding our prior policy restricting travel and meeting based on group size. However, it's important to remember that our meetings are often dictated by the size of the room that we meet in. And so a meeting room can be restricted based on its size and occupancy. So if we can only safely allow 3 people within a certain room, then that would be the meeting capacity, not necessarily the guidance from UIHS that limits us. So the meeting room starts to be the limiting factor on how big our groups can be that get together. If we can safely gather and maintain appropriate distance, maintain our masks, hand hygiene, etc., then we can start to gather in groups safely for 4 key meetings. In regards to transportation, it's important to remember that we do have existing policy which provides guidance on the number of individuals that can be in a vehicle, the types of masks that should be worn and when. Please refer to those policies. Those are still in place. However, the ability to go to conferences and the ability to travel for various meetings that occur throughout, the state are now being allowed. So while travel is being allowed, we're doing it in a way that's consistent with CDC guidance and our own internal UIHS policy. As we work our way towards the new normal, it's important to keep in mind the basics of CDC guidance. 3 key principles, really. Number 1, wear a mask. Number 2, maintain appropriate social distance. Number 3, practice good hygiene. And if we remember and maintain those 3 things, we can do a lot of things in a safe manner. All right, and now it's an opportunity for us to do a couple of highlights on key projects within the organization. So I'm going to share my screen and briefly, as a reminder, this is around the compensation program. As discussed previously, the board had updated the compensation table, and that was utilized initially to do some true-ups throughout the organization. And now we're looking at updating all job descriptions to reflect standard requirements, language, and compensation details. So step number 6 is where we are this week. I was able to meet with our contractor and review, make sure she had all the documents she needed to start moving forward with this project, and happy to report that it is in motion. So again, focusing on job description revisions, which then of course lead to ensuring that all positions are mapped appropriately to the new salary table, presenting that to the board and all the mappings and opportunities if there are any, and then finalize and move forward. So again, we're looking at step 6 here is where we're at in the project, and we are progressing. In Eureka 2.0, I thought it was might be helpful. This question came up again in my rounding. A question came up about this, and again, Lisa Heineken, thank you for the comment requesting for a little more detail in how the timing works. And I apologize for the overly sophisticated model I built here to explain this. I'm kidding. It's obviously just basic. You'll see here on the left, this is our Eureka 2.0, and on the right is our facility master plan. Sometimes in my mind they're connected, and I want to make sure that it's clear why they're connected. I've been updating the organization on our activities related to our Eureka expansion. Right now we're in the midst of a Eureka assessment, and I reported on that last week in my YouTube update. We're working with an organization, we're validating our assumptions. We're working to finalize the purchase of a Eureka 2.0 facility, after which we'd enter into a design phase of that new facility. And once it's designed, we would begin an initial move over here and remodel, etc. Well, this assessment activity right here is happening before we begin an overall assessment of the entire facility and come up with the plan, for the next 10 or so years of Ottawa and Crescent City and everywhere else that we are, Smith River, Klamath, everything, all of our facilities. So we're going to do a site-wide, assessment of where the volumes are going, how the program needs to go, how the facility is laid out, and come up with a clear plan of optimizing into the future. And that plan will start to address some of the known space issues. Today, I appreciate the pharmacy team. I had a chance to sit with them today, and they brought up concerns around their space limitations. And those space limitation concerns would be addressed through this planning process. And that planning process is going to commence right after we finish up this part over here. So wanted to make that clear. Eureka 2.0, these activities are related to our master plan activities, and we have a plan to work through these activities through this year and provide specifics, and of course get feedback throughout the process and engage everyone as appropriate in the planning processes. Again, if you have questions, please stop me. Happy to talk further about it or share additional details as they're of interest. As we come to another thrilling conclusion to this week's update, I wanted to throw a special shout out to Angie Curry and her band Hermetic Science. She, in our orientation, she shared that she's a drummer. And as she and I got talking, I do have some drumming in my background. She shared with me that, her band is on, available. And so she gave me some suggestions on tunes to listen to. And I put them in some of my videos. So special thanks to Angie and her brilliant work. And now we'll be able to enjoy some of those tunes as we end the video for this week. Have a great weekend. It's a great pleasure to be here with you, and I appreciate serving right alongside you.